I'm sure even in global politics, it's very well known that we here in the US, in the past 2 weeks, have had two separate instances of people going out and specifically targeting and killing police officers. And I'm sure 99.999% of people who know of this view it as a horrible act, an absolute tragedy, and that the people who committed this are monsters. My opinions are, of course, the exact same. There is another part of that, though, that I'm a little bit more fringe on, I think. My opinion stands that if you go out to specifically target police officers, firefighters, EMTs, people who have public sector jobs, whose job it is to protect the rest of society, to serve the rest of society, to ensure that they are kept safe, these kind of ideas. If you go out and target these kind of people specifically, you're a terrorist. And again, I fully admit I am probably in a fringe with that opinion. I needed to explain that, though, so that my title at least made sense. I'm not trying to make this thing clickbaity. This is my actual opinion. And now we get to the meat of it. See, the media isn't completely 100% stupid yet. They have not been saying, oh, well, they deserved it. That'd be career suicide. What the media has been doing, I've noticed, in articles and interviews and basically anywhere, is they will say this was an absolute tragedy, but, or this was a horrible act committed by a horrible person. However, there is no but. There is no however. When you throw those in, you're justifying terrorism. And I realize, as I say that, I sound like fucking George W. Bush. The irony of that is not lost on me. Trust me. I don't care what you want to call it. Justifying, rationalizing, explaining away. I don't give a shit what term you want to use. The fact that there is a but, or however, or whatever in there, rather than just stopping at, this was a horrible act committed by a horrible person, is absolutely disgusting and disturbing to me. And why it happens is pretty damn obvious, unfortunately. It's because these shooters have very, very loose connections to a specific group that I am not going to validate by giving their name, though I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, and because they're minorities. I wish it was some other reason. This is what the media is doing. They are so blinded by politics, they can't say this person was bad. They have to give some sort of justification for it. My take, and I've always had this opinion, white, black, brown, yellow, I don't give a shit. We all bleed red. We are all human beings. The only time I've ever said that someone was not a human being was when they did a monstrous act like this. That is the time when you stop being a human to me. Otherwise, we are all people. We are all humans. And that's how I view the world. But the media is blinded by politics. They have to protect a very specific group because that's what's seen as politically correct. Be it the group itself or the people of the group, that they would go this far, that they would go so far as to try and rationalize away what I, and I would like to think some other people, would view as terrorism is disgusting. I did not think we were that far gone, but apparently we are. I've said before that I think that we just need to rebuild from scratch the media, that they're just too far gone. And I've said that before thinking I may have been too far with that opinion. I'm not anymore. I 100% believe the media needs to be torn down and we need to start again. Because if this is what they'll do, that they'll try and talk away something to try and waffle away the killing of innocent people because they need to protect their special group, you've lost all purpose as a media organization then. I just needed to rant about this. I've seen this too much, and it is just pissing me off that this even happens, that we've gotten to this point. And I stand by my opinion right here, right now, that this is terrorism, and that what the media is doing, in my eyes, is justifying terrorism. I'm not saying that to be hyperbolic. This is my actual opinion. And I am open to the idea that I am completely wrong and that it's an extreme view. This is just my take on it. This has been Math Machine, just begging for sanity, for peace, for calm and order. Is that really so wrong? Peace out.